Hey everyone, it's Ben and I'm out here in the woods today reviewing a few products. Today we're going to take a look at the all-new 2017 version of the TN36 by ThruNite. Stick with me, you're watching Live in Survival. So I'm out in the woods this weekend doing some camping with Chris Tanner from Prepared Mind 101, and we both brought along a few products to show you guys. So one of those products we're going to look at today is the ThruNite TN36. Now we've seen the TN36 before on the channel at least once, if not twice, the previous model being the TN36 UT. The model I have today is the TN36, the 2017 version, which puts out a whopping 10,000 lumens versus the 7,300 lumens of the previous model. It runs 3 Cree XHP70 LEDs, and another nice feature on this new version is that it has their infinity mode. We've seen that on a few of their newer lights. The headlamp that I run has that infinity mode, and then the light that we just reviewed previously, the Neutron 2C, has that infinity mode. And what that does is it means that it's going to variably step up from low to high and then variably step back down from high to low. So you can really set it in between that high and low, or at the low or at the high. And then of course it does have a moonlight as well, plus strobe. Where this light's really gonna shine, no pun intended, is in the night shots. We'll definitely get to those here in a moment. It has 25,480 candela as far as the intensity goes, shoots out 319 meters, so not bad from a beer can sized or style flashlight. It's IPX8 waterproof to 2 meters, and then it's drop resistant to 2 meters as well. You can take a closer look here at the 3 XHP70 LEDs, all which are perfectly centered. You do have a little bit of depth to the reflector there. It is orange peel reflector. No strike bezel on the front, but it is really well built. This thing feels like a tank in the hand. Your single mode button here, which gives you your operation. Very, very simple to operate. You simply just hold the button down. That's going to give you your moonlight mode. Then you can simply just hold it down, and that's going to step through the different brightnesses from infinity low back up to infinity high. You can double click it to get to your turbo, and then you can double click it again to get to your strobe. The TN36, just like previous models, takes 4 18650s. It sort of has this cartridge in it. When you pop that out, you can load in your 4 18650s and then pop it back in the light. Now it also does come in a kit, which comes with the battery charger as well. I believe it comes with a kit and without a kit. It actually has pretty good runtime too with the 4 18650s. I believe on the 10,000 turbo mode, you're still gonna get 85 minutes. You'll get 7,000 lumens for 90 minutes. So that's an hour and a half at the brightest setting. Now it does have thermal protection on it, so if it does overheat, it's going to step down. But even at the you know, infinity, anywhere in between that 7,000 and 70, you're gonna get anywhere from an hour and a half to 2.6 days. So again, you get a lot of light for a pretty decent amount of time. So the TN36 has memory, so it's going to come back on to the brightness that you last left it. This is the low, which is 70 lumens. Now it has infinite brightness, so it's going to go from 70 all the way up to 7,000. So when the light's on, you can simply just hold the button down and it's going to cycle all the way up to 7,000. Now you could release the button and leave it at any of those brightness settings. Now when you get that flash confirmation there, you are at the highest setting besides turbo. If we hold it down again, we can go the opposite direction all the way back down to 70 lumens, and then of course we could stop anywhere in between. So there we have our lowest. Let's cycle it back up a little bit. Let's say we wanted to leave it right here at this brightness. We could turn the light off, turn it back on, it's going to come right back to that brightness. If we double click, it's going to go into that whopping 10,000 mode. Double click again, you're going to get your strobe. And then if you hold it down, although you're probably not going to be able to see it on camera, that is a 2 lumen moonlight mode, and that's going to last for 28 days. Now the moonlight, which you can't see on camera, is 2 lumens. That's going to run for 28 days. The low mode at 70 lumens is going to run for 2.6 days. Then if we cycle it all the way on back up to its high setting at 7,000 lumens, that's going to run for 95 minutes. The turbo will run for 85 minutes. So really, the claim to fame on this light is that 10,000 lumens put out by those 3 Cree XHP70s. If I double click, it's going to put us into basically daylight mode, and it is lighting up an incredible amount of space here out in the woods. So we can go for a little walk here, and again, you're going to get this brightness setting for 85 minutes about an hour and a half, as long as it doesn't shut down due to heat. But you can see that you just get an incredible amount of light, brighter than the headlights on your car. Now I can already feel the head warming up. And go for a little longer walk here. We'll see if we can get it to step down a little bit. It's just an incredible amount of brightness from this light. Even if we dial it back down a little bit, there was the high, about halfway back down to low, you're still getting an incredible amount of brightness out of this light. Again, with those 4 18650s, you're going to get a long run time. This is plenty of light for me to see a ways in front of me. So great light to keep in the car, great light for search and rescue. Again, if you need it, you just boom, back up into that turbo. It's just, every time I hit that turbo, it's just like, wow. Crazy amount of light for sure out of the new TN36. Another thing I really like is if you hold the button down and it starts to cycle one way, there we're cycling up to high, I can just let go and then hold down again and it'll cycle back to low. Then of course you got that memory, so if you turn it off, turn it back on, it's going to come right back to where you left it. Very, very easy operation, as you usually have with all ThruNite flashlights. Let's see it one more time. Boom. Daylight.
So I happen to have out here with me my ThruNite TN40, which I keep in the back of my vehicle. And when this came out, everybody was really impressed with it. This is like 4,000 some lumens, and this new one is how many?
10,000.
So this is the one that used to be like, oh my god, that's so crazy bright. Now light years up next to it.
Now keep in mind the TN40 has quite a bit more distance than the TN36. The TN36 is more of a searchlight, more floody for sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today, taking a look at the new version of the TN36 by ThruNite. It's definitely a beast light. It would be very, very useful maybe as a car light, car kit light, for search and rescue, for maybe security or any kind of patrol where you had to patrol maybe neighborhoods or parking lots, something like that, where you just need a lot of light, not necessarily a long distance of light, but just to fill up an immediate area. Would certainly be good in an emergency situation if you had to light up a dark building, for example, or a dark parking structure, underground structure, anything like that. You could just whip this out of your car and instantly get sunlight no matter where you're at. Of course, I'm going to put some links below to Amazon where you guys can check out more specs on this light, as well as pick one up for yourself. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Please give it a big thumbs up for me. Make sure you leave me a comment below. Please share this video to any of your friends and family who might be interested in this beast on your social media. And as always, if you haven't done so already, please click that red subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel for more videos.